We got Langston Love, bro. It is a
We're here.
pleasure to meet you,
Nice.
boss.
Yep. Good to see you, man.
First question I got for you.
What you got? Talk to me.
What would you eat for breakfast?
What I eat for breakfast? Honestly, I didn't eat no breakfast this morning. I'm not really a breakfast eater. So I have a weird eating schedule. I usually eat around like 3 o'clock, then 9:30, 10. That's one thing, honestly, with my fitness journey. I know we're gonna get into that later. It's like figuring out like the best diet. I'm good at being consistent in the gym. Good at make sure I have get my workouts in. But it's like after that, my diet is something that I've been like trying to learn how to perfect and just kind of get better at that. Because I know it makes a huge difference. You got to feel your body the right way. And so for me, I just love food. So it's hard to kind of like, not eat certain foods, stuff like that. So
I'll tell you, bro, you're not the only one.
I'm about to say, I'm like, a lot of people don't eat breakfast, I've heard, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a big breakfast person. I love breakfast food, though, like pancakes, sausage, eggs, all that.
What's your favorite breakfast food?
Sausage.
What's your favorite place to get breakfast?
Man,
besides the house.
I know. This is going to be Waffle House, bro. I ain't going to lie. Bro, Waffle House, I'll get the, I think it's the classic.
Yep.
Man, 2 waffles, sauce, some scrambled eggs with cheese, and then 2 extra sausage every time.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Bro.
I want it right now, but
I'm telling
hungry.
you, I'm a big brunch person. So, yeah.
Man.
Yep.
What's your favorite place to go for like lunch and dinner then?
Lunch and dinner? I love Italian food. So I'm big on pasta, which is good in my like diet, you know what I'm saying? So, but anything Italian, I mean, Olive Garden. Like, I know Olive Garden slept on because they got they got the soup there too. The Toscana soup.
Oh, it's my favorite.
And then I'll get me some type of chicken Alfredo. Man, what?
The chicken gnocchi is my favorite.
Okay.
Soup. The soup of Toscana is really good too, though. But
yeah, that's my go-to.
The gnocchi in that?
Yeah,
my
man.
gosh.
Yeah.
Goodness. Okay, so Italian in general.
Yep, in general.
Okay.
That's even if I'm cooking it, like my best meal, any type of Italian dish. Like I did some marry me chicken pasta a couple weeks ago. Baked spaghettis, all the above. Like salmon with pasta. Like I'll take any food, any like protein you can think with pasta. Like that's me all day.
You have a favorite protein like to eat? Will it be hamburger or ground beef or fish or
I would say
shrimp?
Favorite would be chicken, because you can make a lot. You can just do so many things with chicken. Like you can bake it, you can fry it, you can, I mean, like even with the marry me chicken pasta, then and then you can also change the sauce too. So there's always the question of, do you like prefer, or sometimes I've heard, do you like red sauce or white sauce? I'm more of a white sauce.
Yep.
Yeah, white sauce. Alfredo, spicy kind of Italian.
Ooh.
Yeah. All that.
Ooh. Do you like a creamy sauce?
Creamy, yeah.
Creamy sauce, a thick sauce?
Yep.
How does that usually affect you, like, when you work out and diet-wise? Do you usually go to Italian right after a meal?
Yeah,
right after
I go to Italian. And this is, look, I told you I don't have the best diet. So what I've been eating, what I started to like is chicken shawarma. I don't know if you ever had that before.
I have not.
It's a halal food, but I'm pretty sure that's what you call it. But yeah, chicken shawarma. There's this little spot by my apartment, and they got a chicken shawarma sandwich. That's all I get. Fire. And they got this little garlic dipping sauce. Man, I tell you. Yeah.
You made me want food right now, bro.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I ain't ate all day. Again, I hadn't had breakfast, so.
You had breakfast or lunch? It's 1 o'clock.
I know. I've been at work. I came straight here.
So when you say you focus on your fitness and your diet is what you're missing, you ain't playing.
I'm not playing, brother. Like, hey,
1 o'clock.
Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So
walk me through what you've done so far today to make it to where you can't even eat breakfast.
I got up. I went straight to work.
What time?
7:30.
Okay.
Yep. Got off at 1. Came straight here.
I don't know exactly what you do. What do you do for work?
So right now I'm just working part time. So I have a part time job. But my main thing is Love Productions LLC. So, and that's DJing, videography, photography, all of that. So
understood.
That's my main thing.
Things that people use to market their business or their product.
Anything like any type of help with their business. Like right now I'm working with Tates Creek High School football team. I actually, not only do I do their videography, but I'm kind of like their marketing and I think Coach Hawks will let me say this, but I'm kind of like their marketing director for all their posts. Like I run their social media, all their accounts. I put content out there on their stuff weekly. I don't do the graphics. We do have somebody that does all our graphics and flyers. But as far as putting the stuff out there, like making the captions and making the reels, stuff like that, I put all that together for them. So
Heck yeah, bro.
Yep.
How did you get into that?
So, I was thinking about this a couple weeks ago, but because I was going through my archives on Instagram, and I was looking at some of the stuff that I was putting out years ago. And when I used to DJ, it started with me DJing. So when I would DJ, I'm like, man, I wish I had somebody to like film or record just like a recap of what I did. So I ended up just doing it on my own. So I would just, do a little recap of, the crowd, a little bit of me DJing. And then that kind of led me into actually one of my good friends, GB. She let me borrow her camera for a little bit. Then she ended up giving me her camera. She's like, you know what? I don't really use it like that for real. You got it. And so then that's really when I just started I would record any and everything. Like I would just do, like when I did my DJ gigs, I would ask whatever client I was working with. I would say, hey, do you mind if I just put together a little video for you? I would do it for free. And I'm like I did it was some type of like a gala or something, and like I would DJ, and so I knew how long I had to go like get some clips. So let's say the song's 3 minutes, so I had 3 minutes to like go around, like get some shots of people eating food, get some shots of like maybe there's a like a backdrop that introduces the event. So I'd go get a little B-roll of that, then I'd come back, play the next song, then I'd run back and just maybe get a shot of me like of the DJ board. So I just made it work. So that's kind of how I, over the years, just constantly doing that, I found like a passion for videography. And fun fact, I love movies. I love going to the movies by myself too. So I'm a big movie head, but I don't just watch movies for the story. I look at like, oh, that was a cool angle, or how did they get this shot? You know what I'm saying? So
Deeper.
stuff like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The little
intricacies of movies, and it's like that's what really made this movie great. You know what I'm saying? Or certain scenes that stand out. It's like, oh, the camera was positioned like over dude's head, and it's like how did they
it pans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So stuff like that.
Dang.
Yeah.
So how long have you been interested? How long has this been a passion for you?
Videography or videography? I would say it really became a passion over the last 2 years. I think when I got a chance to start working with the Tates Creek High School football team, I just started experimenting more and just finding out like just new ways of like just shooting. And I love it because I also like being able to see. It's like you get to capture moments in people's lives. Like, you get to see players' reactions. And so interesting when I capture something and I go back and look at all the clips and you just see certain things, like you see the emotion, you see the happiness, the sadness, you just get to see how people interact and stuff. It's almost like when people say they don't like to be on camera because they get to see all the way they move their mouth and all that. And it's like you see all these little things in people that they might not notice in themselves, which honestly some things are good because I'm like, do you realize you do this? And like that's kind of cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? So almost like watching film on other people.
Exactly.
That's kind of what it's kind of like that. So yeah, that's why I think I've developed a passion for it over the last couple of years. So
dang.
Yeah, man.
So are there any projects that you want to talk about that you're working on right now? Anything you have in the works?
Yeah, actually, I got a little something. So I'm working on So also I make music. So there's that. Some people would say, or somebody told me this when I was like maybe in 5th grade. It was one of my dad's friends. We were at a basketball game. I'll never forget. I was in like 5th grade. My dad was talking to his friend. It was like a coworker or something, and his coworker was like, "You're a Renaissance man," and I'm in 5th grade. I'm like, I don't know what that means. He's like, "That means you do a little bit of everything." So it's funny. I've held on to that my whole life. I've always just been every. I don't like to just be put in a box. So but anyways, back to the project. I'm working on a music video that I'm going to be dropping on my birthday. And actually Lobby's helping me with it too. So I've needed some creative direction. So I got a deep music video. It's called Deeper. And we'll save the reason behind why it's called that for maybe another conversation. But yeah, that's something I'm putting together. I'm working with another guy, one of my fraternity brothers. His name is Jarrell. And he shoots movies. So he does like more, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. He was working with somebody famous. Let's just put it like that. and he was on set with somebody. But he's like the main camera operator on different movies here in Lexington. But he's also helping me kind of create this story. So yeah, I can't wait for y'all to see that because we had our first day of shooting about a week ago. So I got about two or three more days of shooting, and then it'll come out on my birthday, which is not till October 28th. So this project's gonna.
It'll take some time, but
I'm taking my time with it. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. When you say that the project that you're working on, it's not the music video, correct?
No, the project is the music video.
It is music.
Yeah. That's like the main thing. Yeah, but I mean, of course, I've had projects. I mean, even here with CSS, doing stuff with the trainers. I know we're getting. Brian's got some more trainers coming in, so I've been getting some, doing some highlight. I would call them highlight reels of each trainer here. So doing that, and then I'm also working with there's a live jam band and karaoke band called The Woodshed, and they have gigs once a month where basically it's like karaoke, but you have a live band. So instead of you just playing the song, you can go up there and they'll play the song for you live. They have the keyboard, piano, or keyboard, drums, guitars. Then they got a vocalist, so Isis. So yeah, that's those are some of the other smaller projects that I'm working on. But this music video is my baby because this is like for my own work. So yeah,
that's crazy the amount of passion we put into something when it's our own. You can work on a 9-to-5, you can work in a job, you can do it, but when it's yours, and you know, like you're the one that came up with it, it's your story, it's your life, and you're the one that put in almost all the work. Right. Like there's a certain level of care that you put into it. Yeah. You want to make sure every little detail is just right.
Right. Exactly. Man. So it's been a journey, but I learned something. I learn something new every time I do it. It's almost like when I started DJing, I didn't know. Like I was kind of just going up there freestyling it, just kind of like, all right, we'll figure this out as we go. Yep. And then as I go along, it's like I learned how to blend songs differently and blend different genres. So it's kind of the same thing essentially with videography. I'm doing gym videos, I'm doing stuff for the band, I'm doing, music videos, and I'm really just having fun with it, man. It's like, and on top of that, there's the business side of things where a couple of years ago, I was just doing it for fun. Now I'm starting to learn that I can profit from it. And I really do believe in turning your passions into income. So that's something that I feel like everything that I'm really talented and passionate about, I've been able to make money from at some point. Whether it be from when I was with my music, I used to do competitions in Louisville. Because I lived in Louisville for a couple of years. But they used to have these artist showcase where you could go up there, perform 2 songs. And I'll never forget the first time I won, I think it was $500. I got first place. And I was like, oh, wow, I can make some money off of my music. And then then to the DJing, getting booked for weddings and stuff like that. And now with videography, it's kind of, putting everything together. And it's like, okay, I have all these passions, all these things that I'm good at, and I can make money. So... But I still have to have my part-time so I can fund. I got to fund everything. Right. But, the end goal is definitely to, just thrive and not survive, but thrive off of my off of my Love Productions LLC. So that's kind of where we're at with that.
So when did you start Love Productions LLC? Was it right when you got into videography, or was it after you realized you could make some money, or is it? So
it started with... So, I guess let's backtrack. So, DJing was the first time I realized I could turn my passions into income. And let's see, I think it was. So I started DJing my senior year in college, and at that time I was just doing club gigs basically. There's a spot that I used to go to. It was Thirsty Thursdays out of everything. So yeah, that was a different time in life, but. It was Thirsty Thursdays, and I would get $100 for 4 hours. That was it. But I was in college, so I'm like, $100, I can go here, DJ and stuff. I'm like, great.
Could be worse.
Extra little pocket change. But then it got to the point where after I graduated, then I was still living in Louisville, and so I got out of the college scene and moved into the city. So people started hearing about my name throughout the city, and I was getting booked at pretty much all the venues, I would say all the black-owned venues up in Louisville. And so after that, that's when I started to realize, like, okay, I got to learn. I'm getting money here. I'm getting like $400 here, $500 there, $300 here. And I'm like, okay, I gotta put this to like structure this to where it's like, you know, I remember one year it's like, and I don't mind sharing this, but it's like I think one year I looked at how much I made. I was like, it was maybe about $10,000 for the whole year, and I'm like, but that was with me not having business cards, not having anything, just kind of going with the flow. And then I was like, okay, I need to sit down and figure out how I can make this make sense, you know. So that's really, I think that was when I knew. I was like, well, let me look into creating this to a real business, and I knew that having an LLC would kind of give me that, almost like having your masters. It's like people respect you a little bit more when they know that it's a real business. And so, yeah, I kind of turned it into Love Productions. That was officially probably about 3-4 years ago, something like that. And then kind of been moving on ever since. So, yeah.
Man.
Been a journey, brother. Been a journey.
I see. So you kind of stumbled into entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
You're like, you did something you were passionate about, you really enjoyed.
Yep.
And it's like, I should probably structure this to where I can, one, scale it.
Right.
Like, make money consistently on a schedule. Maybe they can book me with Calendly, whatever it may be. And you want to gain notoriety and like respect.
Right.
As well, being more of an LLC, like an actual entity.
Exactly.
So, but you just kind of stumbled into it.
I just kind of came
into slowly just building up.
Build it up. And like now, even adding the different aspects of my business. Because at first, I was just thinking DJ Love, that's all I do, you know. But then as I started going, it's like, man, I'm good at graphic design because I'm coming up with my own flyers for certain parties. And then got into the videography, and I'm like, yo, I'm kind of getting good at videos. And so it was like over the years, it's just like I'm starting to perfect my craft in each area. And that's honestly been one of the challenging things, not as far as like perfecting the craft, but like my brain is just, I got squirrel brain. So I'm like, here. And so it's funny, I was talking to a videographer, and he asked me, which one do you like the most? And I'm like, you know, it's kind of hard to say because I love all of them pretty much kind of equally. I'm thinking about it now as I'm reflecting on it. DJing is probably what I know that like, that's like my baby. Like I know can't nobody tell me nothing about my DJing. Of course, everybody can still grow. I'm not saying that, but when it comes to like videography and photography, that's like, I'm still learning new things, still learning about like mics, like we were talking about, what kind of camera lenses to use, things like that. But again, it's the same. I'm taking the same steps that I use with DJing as far as learning what speakers I had to get. What are the best speakers? What kind of microphone do I need? Do I need wireless mic for certain events, or do I need a wired mic? You know, and I'm taking that and applying it to this journey of videography and photography. And sometimes it's just, you know, I'm learning to ask for help too. So that was one thing with me personally. Like I've had to learn. It's like you have all these ideas and things, but you can't do it by yourself. So I've had to ask people like on this journey, like how much should I charge for videography, or you know, what is the best camera for shooting certain things and things like that, or best lens. So those have been some of the things as far as just turning this passion into like, you know, income and creating this business. Those are just some of the challenges and stuff I've kind of ran into just along the way.
But asking for help.
Yep, asking for help.
It's sometimes so hard to do.
Yeah.
It's a pride thing. You're
Very
like,
much
I just want to do it.
Yeah.
Just let me fail.
Just let me do it.
Yeah.
And I'm the type too where I don't like to wait on people. Like, let's say I ask you for help and then I don't get a response for a week. I'm like, you know what? I'll just figure it out. Yep. You know, I'll figure it out. And if I mess it up, oh well. At least I tried. At least I tried it, and then I can, you know, move on from that. And sometimes that is what it takes. Sometimes you gotta fail, and that's what I've learned the most is, I mean, there's been times where I think about DJing where it's like, ooh, I should have not transitioned that song. That was not a good mix, you know. I'm like, or in videography, it's like, I remember this is such a small thing, but I shoot football. I was shooting a football game, and if you know anything about football, usually like when they're lined up on the far right, usually they throwing it to the open field. You know what I'm saying? But I was on their side, like on where they were placed. So I would have missed that touchdown or a better angle at the other side, because 9 times out of 10, if they got open field, they're going to that side. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like small things like that. I'm like, oh, I never learned, never knew that until I figured it out over just trial and error.
Right.
But yeah, so that's where I've been at with that. So
what do you think has been the biggest lesson that you've learned in videography? Would it be
so far
realizing like you got to run to the other side, or is it
biggest lesson?
the mics? Like, what is it for you so far?
I would say, okay, here's a good one. I was watching a podcast. It was Tyler the Creator. He said, I'm at this point now where I create like a child, but I edit it like a scientist. And I thought about that, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense, because if you're a child, you're just gonna make a lot of stuff.
You experiment,
and then when you get all the stuff, then you get to refine, and edit. Like, okay, I like this. And so one of the biggest lessons for me in videography and photography is like, just capture as much as you can, and then you can go back and just sift through all the stuff that you like or you don't like. But there's been a couple of times where I didn't get enough video, and then I'm going back to edit, and I'm like, gosh, I should have got that. Like, I shouldn't have put the camera down. And I've ran into that too. It's like, keep the record on. Like, especially with sports, I've had that happen a lot where I miss touchdowns because I'm like, this play's not about to. And then I look up and there's an interception on defense, and I'm like, if I would have just kept rolling. So yeah, I think for me, that's one of my lessons, and one of my biggest lessons I've learned is just always keep get as much content as you can, as far as that goes. So yeah, that's probably been my biggest lesson. Yeah.
What's been the biggest misconception that someone's told you to do and has not worked out in videography? Like, try this. You're like, this was stupid. If there is one.
Honestly, I don't have one right now. I don't have one, and maybe that's my fault because, again, I've tried to do everything on my own, so I haven't really got a lot of critiques from other people. I'm sure people have seen my work and been like, yo, he probably should have done that or tried this, but I'm still, not to say I don't have people around me that can say anything, but I haven't really asked for that, and then maybe that's one of my lessons too is, let me get some more advice on what I'm doing right now. Almost like, but I'll put it like this too. It's like with DJing, I get immediate feedback. You know how it's like the crowd is either going to dance or they go, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
feedback loop is quick.
It's quicker. It's like when you had a good night and you had a good set just by the crowd's energy and all that. But for me, it's like when I put out a video, there's thousands of people that might view it. So I don't know. You can kind of judge by likes, but then there's people that kind of like, okay, well. Because I also pay attention to I'm like, what are the people in this industry, what would they think of this video? I actually had somebody reach out to me. I DM'd them a year ago to ask if I could shadow them, and they just hit me back today. They're official on Instagram and all of that, and they just hit me. They was like, yeah, so how's things going? I'm like, well, go ahead and check my workout now and tell me, but I could have used you a year ago. And it's all good. I know. They're very they got a lot of clients over there, and they're very busy. But yes, stuff like that. So,
gosh,
yeah, bro.
Hey, you got a story. I'm like only touching the surface of it right now.
Oh boy, I got a story. Do I tell you?
So, what's the next 2 to 3 years look like for you? Like, what would you like to see happen with Love Productions?
Love Productions in the next 3 years.
Just 2 3 years. I'm not talking.
Yeah. I would like to have my calendar full of DJing, videography, photography clients, and just to keep it simple, because I would like to get to the point where I am working it's almost like a subscription-based kind of thing, where it's like I have 7 subscriptions, people that have subscribed to Love Productions a month, something like that, to where it's like, oh, I know I got I got this client over here. Let's say I work with CSS. Like, that's just my client locked in. They're always reaching out to me. Tates Creek Football could be one. This band that I'm working with. But then I have 3 other clients too. And if I have 6, 7 clients that are paying me X, Y, and Z a month, and then I can kind of see like, okay, this is how much I'm going to be making yearly, and translate that into like my salary. So that's my main. I would say in the next 2, 3 years, I would like to have a solid client base where it's not just kind of, I'm getting booked here and there, like maybe every 3 weeks somebody reaches out. Like, I would like it to be like for every month I know I've got I've got maybe 4 weekends full of clients, whether it be DJing, videography, photography, whatever it might be. But yeah, that's kind of what I would like to do moving forward.
So, regardless whether it be DJing or videography,
it can be either or.
You want to stay booked.
Stay booked.
You want to stay busy.
Stay booked and busy, man. That's it. Stay booked and busy.
Then once you hit that mark, what is your goal then?
So I think hopefully at that point, I'm so busy where I need help and I can bring on somebody. Like I would love to have somebody like, because I'm big on like helping people. Like I love when I see somebody have a dream and there's some way that I can help them get to that. So maybe bringing like a young photographer or videographer alongside me and saying, hey, you know, instead of me having to go shoot this gig, you can go shoot it. I'll give you a percentage, but then I'll edit the video, that kind of thing. Or you go take the pictures. You might get, I'm just throwing numbers out there. You might get 40%, I get 60%, and then I'll, you know, edit all the pictures. Or DJing too. It could be like I have an assistant where, hey, I need you to go set up all the equipment for me, and then when I get there, all I gotta do is play, and I'll give you some change for being my assistant for all my events. Or having somebody that does my booking, like this person, you reach out to them to do any of my bookings. Yeah. But for right now, I know that I need to master all of those things myself, so that way when I do hire somebody, it's like, let's say they get sick and they can't be there. It's like I still know how to do everything, right, but it just makes it a little easier, and then they can. And then for me, the way I look at it is they're able to build their portfolio too, to where if they want to leave, they can leave, you know, but they've been able to like, they can work under me. And then they also might have clients in that time of them being with me. They might know other people and help me get business too. And then we're both winning. So it's like, oh, you happen to know your cousin needs a DJ for a wedding. Okay, cool. We'll go do his wedding. Then you get a percentage. I know, you know, so everybody wins. Right. So that would be like the long-term goal, is to just be able to, I guess, two is one, to be able to have a steady client base. Two is to have some people that work under me to help me kind of just grow it even more, to where, like I've seen there's a production company that this guy has, he does weddings, specifically just weddings, but he has like he has a 4-man camera crew that goes in. Like he's the main camera guy, but then he has somebody that's maybe in the back, like shooting as they're walking in. There's somebody off to the right as they're getting the side shots. That's nice. Almost like how you have your camera set up, but there's a person there, you know? So that's essentially kind of what I would like to see it kind of grow to. So yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
I
got a lot of dreams. I got a lot of dreams. And that's the thing I will tell people too. It's like sometimes you just got to do it. Like I remember my mom was starting a podcast, and I was like, "Mom, you just got to just do it. Just try it. Like don't think about, you know, because sometimes people get caught up in it thinking what other people are gonna think." And that was a statement, thinking what other people are gonna think. But you just have to try it, you know. And that's how I've always been. It's like, oh, I want a DJ. Oh, why can't I? You know, it's like, let me get me some turntables, grab me 2 speakers, and go at it. Oh, I got a camera. Well, let me go ahead and put these videos out. Let's just push it out, see what they think, if they like it. And then over time, I've just gotten the confidence where if I want to try something, I'm just going to try it. Right. And sometimes I mess up, and sometimes it's like my dad, because I've always been like the dreamer. So I'm like, I'm always just going to try things, and I'm not always the most, let's plan this out. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of be like, we got this, we're going to make this happen. So that's something I am working on, is to like, be structured now in my dream chasing, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna chase it. So, yeah.
Oh, that's lit, bro. Langston, I appreciate you today.
I appreciate you, man.
We are right at our time, bro.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we can. Smooth, bro. I appreciate you, boss.
Appreciate you, boss.